What's going on? I'm Cole, and today we are back at Cascade. We are playing the front nine. We're revisiting the series that I've been doing throughout this year called Midlife Crisis, and we're going to ask the question, is the Buzzz the best mid-range out there? Right now there's a little bit of wind. It's like 35 degrees. It's not great, but it is, we've just passed daylight savings, so let's get out here and disc. But we got this ESP Buzzz. This was in my bag for a while, but I haven't thrown one in a while. I guess it's probably been like 3 or 4 years. As you can see, my towel's flying around. There is some wind out here. This is pretty neutral, so let's see how it does. This is hole number 1 on the short course. I think it's about 200 feet to the pin. Whew! That was not great. I just kind of threw it out on a hyzer. It just kind of dropped. We'll see what we have out there. This might be a bad round for this show. So if you've been watching the series, pretty much everything outside of like 30 feet, I have been using the same disc for. And normally I would not throw a Buzzz here, but it's kind of in that shape. So let's just give it a run. With the wind, we just want to put this thing up close. And yeah, we should get a par here. This wind seems to be pretty come and go, so hopefully we don't see a ton of it, but pretty routine par there. And we're at hole 2. This is 241 down the hill. There's a little moat by the basket that's not normally there, so it's going to be a weird play, but fortunately still got to run this hole. So let's throw this one out here, see if we can get past that moat. Hopefully we don't land in it. If we do, I'll have to run back to the car and get the retriever. And we are not in danger, at least for now. I threw that thing right into the ground. All right, so I would guess you can see that moat a little bit more that I was talking about. Doesn't look too deep, but let's go ahead, give this a run at the basket. Hopefully, maybe getting a long par or bird would be nice, but pretty much I just want to get over the water. Hey, we gave that a bid. All right, so we pretty much parked this up with that second shot. Once again, those 2 holes are both pretty birdieable if you have a good drive, so not doing great off the start here. So it's kind of funny, the sun kind of came out here. Now we're in the woods. You can see the sun kind of is coming through. The wind still kind of pierces through because there's just a ton of these small trees, but this is just 166, slight hyzer. We're gonna hope that we can kind of cut this line and it fades back at the end. I think that faded a little too early, but we don't have a horrible spot. We'll probably just take a par though. So this is kind of one of those weird spots, like technically I'd probably be throwing a putter here, but just kind of keep true to the series. I'm just going to try and do a little bit of a bid here, soft bid towards the basket. It's about probably 25 feet downhill. Hey, dink. I haven't really had a bad drive yet with this Buzzz just because of the wind, but at least I keep putting my second shots within really easy spots to get that par. So once again, I'm not doing anything terrific out here, but I'm not really losing strokes either. All right, we're at hole number 4. This is 186 feet uphill. It's kind of an odd one. You like to just pipe this tunnel. This thing seems a little bit more fade at the end of it. It's not super like just neutral. It's got a little fade, but let's see if I can just pipe this up there. It's off a tree, put us in pretty okay spot. All right, this puts us in our first like birdie attempt here. So let's give this a nice bid. Let's hope that we can take a birdie off this hole. I don't think that this hole's been birdied on the series yet, so this would be a nice one. Well, I gave it a run. Didn't have enough turn, but we got the bird, got the par. And like I said, this is pretty much tap in. Oh yeah, and hey, let's do a quick shout out to my buddy, the Wizard Quinn. We got a Gateway Wizard sticker on the top of that basket. All right, so we're at hole number 5. This is 109. I have not really gotten, besides that last hole, I haven't really even had a look. Some of the headwinds coming in through this one, so this is going to be weird, especially with this disc. But one of the things I want to say throughout this entire series is that I've been working pretty closely with loot bags. I've got my custom loot bags, actually. Let's just take a look at it right here. This is the one I'm currently using. It's got my, I that was probably bad. My logo on kind of both sides here. But yeah, I've been working closely with them, and they've been kind enough to help sponsor these videos. So if you leave hashtag Buzz down below, you'll have a chance to be entered in that for this month. And also, at the end of every 5 episodes, I'm going to be giving away the discs that I like the least out of all of these, because I've kind of purchased a lot of these mid-ranges just to try them out. So hopefully to give back to the people watching this. So make sure you do that. And if you haven't already, go back to the other ones, leave the hashtag on those, because I'll be taking a hashtag from every one of those. Once again, this is hole 5. It's 209. Hopefully I can just pretty much flip this up and put it at the basket. Not great. So I couldn't get a great camera angle here. Not even sure with the shot that I'm going at, if you'll even be able to see it. Actually, I might just kind of move here. So unfortunately, this shot I don't have a great shot here, but I probably should have done a forehand on here. Let's just see if we can kind of get this up close. Yeah, I just kind of threw that up in the air. So I didn't really progress hardly at all here. Let's see if I can just kind of flick this through these trees, maybe at least progress to only take a bogue here. This could be the worst hole that I have in the series, depending on how this shot goes. I slipped through, but I still have a long putt. All right, well, we put ourselves within about 20 feet from the basket. Let's see if I can recover here with a bogey. Well, I gave it a rotten butt. Guess we're taking a double bogey for the first time on the series. Bad drives sometimes lead to that. So I realized that I didn't turn my camera on. So let's see if we can make this putt for double bogey. Hey, we do. Well, taking a double bogey is never great. Once again, put the hashtag Buzz down below. The good thing is the back 4 are fairly easy. Looks like some headwinds coming in here, so this isn't great, but it's 116. You won't see me throwing within frame, but I just want to get the basket. If we could get an ace here, it'd really kind of make everything worth it. But I'm just going to kind of finesse an Anheuser down here and hope we can get it down there close enough. Well, I think we are in range. Oh yeah, that parked right up there. So this thing pretty much went for a while, but hey, we're parked. We're gonna finish off with a birdie. I'll at least make up for one of the strokes on that double bogey. All right, hole 7, we're right over this bend here. Usually if I can get a little bit of, just kind of want to turn it over gently and let it play down that hill. See how we do. Well, didn't do great, but once again, I think we should be able to par from there. So this is kind of in that like range where I'm still kind of using this disc. Don't love that gust of wind that just happened here, but I've never actually been to this side before, so it is kind of interesting. That is a nice little gust. It's kind of funny, I actually played a few holes with this disc and it was super windy to the point where it was almost like unplayable for this disc specifically. So I kind of am coming back to redo it. So it's just kind of funny that the glaring wind seems to be coming back a little bit. But let's see if we can at least put this close. Don't have to deal with the wind there. And yeah, just another one of those. So normally here I would probably use like a Saki Bomb Slammer to kind of combat that, but we don't really have that. So hey, we're close. We'll be able to par out. All right, so even with that gust of wind, we should be good here. All right, we're at hole 8. As you can tell, I kind of pointed out the water, but this is kind of like I should be getting this one every time on the bird. So I'm gonna put this up on a hyzer. Hopefully it like fades over. Hopefully we don't run into the water and we just park it up there. That thing didn't fade back as much as I wanted it to, but I think we're putting for a birdie there. I always hate this one because you're kind of running it into that water, but we're close enough. I should not have an issue with putting here for the birdie. Guess that's what I get for saying that we should not have a problem getting the birdie there. So You always hate it when you kind of jinx yourself. I knew as I said that was probably going to happen. So we're at hole 9. This is the final hole. If you like this hoodie too, this is from my buddy Jake's shop. It's called Discraft, and I always have the link down below there. They sell everything online, so if you're interested in that, check it out. But once again, we're doing the Buzz. I feel like this has been kind of a weird round with the wind, especially with this last hole. We've definitely got a headwind coming at me, so I don't really even know what the best play is here. I'm hoping that maybe it chills out by the time I'm done spouting this ramp. But make sure you put #Buzz down below to win both that loot bag, but also to have a chance to win the disc at the end. This one could be up there because right now, unless I can get a birdie here, we're definitely going to have this at the lowest score. So let's see how we do. Yeah, with this headwind, I don't really know what to do. I might just try and hyzer around that tree because I feel like the anhyzer play is going to be real sloppy. Well, I was right. That was a sloppy play. Not great. This is kind of the end of this round, I think. But hey, maybe we can get a crazy long putt from there. All right. And yeah, once again, there's still a decent amount of wind here. So let's see if we can just kind of get this up there and close to the basket. Oh, I think we should be able to finish with a par. All right. And this is the final hole. Let's see if we can finish off with a par. Once again, I think... unfortunately, the wind kind of killed the Buzz, but overall we finished +1, and I don't love that, but hey, I still think the Buzz is one of the most popular mid-ranges for a reason. It's pretty neutral, so like wind conditions like this really don't fare well to it, unfortunately, and I think we just kind of got caught up in that. But let me know your thoughts on the Buzz down below. If you have another disc that you like and you think I should be doing in one of these, let me know again. I've been Cole. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.